Do you worry that you pay way too much in tax? Well, the bad news is you probably do. In fact, the Government Accountability Office estimates that each year Americans waste about $1 billion. That's right, billion with a B, in taxes that they don't have to pay. How does this happen? Well, they're probably not working with qualified proactive tax advisors to properly help dig up hidden deductions or things that you may have missed. And plain old fear. The IRS really does a good job making sure that everybody out there is running scared, and that means deductions left on the table. The third reason is just ignorance. Maybe you didn't know that something applied to you, that you could take this deduction or that deduction, or how the law applies to you. If you want to know how you can get your hands on part of that $1 billion, I recommend working with a good, proactive being the key word here, tax advisor. So today I want to spend some time talking about how you can work with somebody that's proactive and how you know that they're the right fit for you. So let's get started. First of all, you want to ask yourself, what role is this advisor going to play on your team? How much experience do they have delivering the kind of results that you're looking for? And what experience do they have dealing with the specific issues that you have? Don't be afraid to ask questions. For example, if you're a hairstylist and you own a salon, you might want to ask the advisor that you're thinking of working with if they have any other clients that are salon owners. You may have issues that are unique to your situation, and you want to make sure that you're working with somebody who understands those issues. If you have to educate your advisors about your area of expertise, it's time to look for someone new. Remember that you are paying them for their knowledge. You're not paying them to learn. Now, does the person you're thinking of working with have the credentials that are necessary for this role? And I know there's a tremendous amount of alphabet soup out there, and it can be confusing to translate those letters that show up on a business card. So at the very minimum, right now in the United States, the person has to be a licensed tax preparer. And in California, the certification is called a CTEC certification. So if you're paying someone to do your taxes, you want to make sure at a very minimum that they have this credential. Now, you might consider using an EA, which is an enrolled agent. This is somebody who's licensed to represent taxpayers before the IRS. And they take educational courses and have to take an exam to prove that they understand the methods of communicating with the IRS and what your legal rights are when dealing with the IRS. A certified public accountant or CPA is someone who has to have a bachelor's degree in accounting. They have experience working for another CPA, and they have to take a rigorous 2-day exam. Now, certified tax coaches, or CTCs, are tax professionals who have advanced training in tax planning techniques. So you want to make sure that you're working with somebody who's very tax planning focused. And one of the questions you should consider asking the potential advisor that you're thinking of working with is, what do they do year-round to make sure that their clients aren't overpaying in tax? Now, lastly, what you want to find out is the person that you're considering for the role, what kind of responsibility are they going to assume for your tax return? Now, professionals who put their credentials on the line are much more likely to go to bat for you and take the highest level of responsibility to make sure that you're well protected. You should also ask if maybe the person offers some sort of warranty for their work, who will provide a reimbursement of the fees paid or some other insurance that entitles you in case there's errors made and liabilities come up. So taking the time right now to find a reliable, competent, and proactive professional is going to save you billions down the road. Thanks for joining me, and until next time, remember, it's not how much you make that counts, but how much you keep.